Good morning and welcome to Sunday Soul Talks. From up in Maine, where it's 0 out. Who was that? Who just put that? Hi, Cynthia. Good morning. Yeah, it's freezing up here. Ridiculously cold. And Hannah is in bed next to me. She's going to be part of this. I tried to wake her up, but to save her from the dreaded deep talking. Anyway, I posted some stuff. There was 2 things. And I'm trying to remember them. I didn't have a pen or anything to write it down. But there's 2 things I just posted this morning. There was one that was a path. I wonder if I can... I don't dare. My gosh. It was about... No, I don't even know. I tried to remind myself before I got on here. Because they're both really good ones. Good morning. I got you that thing at one of the... It was actually at the sandcastle thing. The sandcastle thing on Fort Myers Beach. Sandcastle contest. I saw that and I went, oh. Yeah, if you had said something, I'd get it. I forgot about it. I forgot to give it to you last night.
I made a comment about it.
Oh. I know, but I thought it was close enough.
Yeah.
I like it with the eye. Our identities. Our identities, that little me that we believe ourselves to be, literally causes all the pain and suffering in this life.
That's why I changed
We
my name.
believe ourselves to be what?
That's why I changed my name.
She changed her name. She doesn't like Hannah, so she's going by Charlie. And I found a thing at Fort Myers Beach that said Charlie. And I didn't even want Pop to see it because he takes offense to her changing her name. So I gave it to her down here instead of up with... We're doing our Christmas together today. My family, my boys and the kids. And that's the last of it. It's been a lot of Christmases. It's been a week today. And it's been cold.
Crazy.
0. Last night it was 0 out.
That'd be better.
Oh, but I have to hold this. How am I going to do that? Oh my God, tell me it doesn't fit. Is it going to fit?
I think it will. I just got it.
Yes. Awesome. There you go.
Tiny wrists.
Added to her, the rest of her
Also, I think Dad wants
bracelets. Anyway, hi Lisa, good morning. You got snow. Oh my God. We woke up Christmas Eve. It was brown ground when we got here Sunday till Christmas Eve morning. Peter's birthday morning. We had 15 inches overnight. We had to go get something for the kids up in Sangerville, which I had never heard about, way up north. And we got to see my Aunt Donna and Uncle Sonny. I haven't seen them since Dad passed. So, and it was so, we had a great visit with them. And then, Alicia, can you do me a favor? Can you go on my page and see my last two. Good morning, Margie. My last two. Just type me out like the beginning of the first post that you see. Just the beginning, because it'll come to me as soon as I see the beginning. I hope you all had a beautiful Christmas. I hope you had a great time. And if you didn't, I know it's not, it changes every year. It's constantly changing with the people leaving. I'm not being with mom and dad anymore, but I don't have that. Thank God. I just realized that I don't have that longing that or that forlorning, that thought process of it should be any different than it is. Thank God. Yeah, because that's painful. It's painful inside when you think it should be different than it is. We're talking in life. When you feel like it should be different than it is, you're believing a thought. You're going down, who you really are. Thank you, Alicia. And then the next one, I'm only going to ask you for one more. The next one too, because those are the two I wanted to talk about. Yes, that's the post, and I'm going to talk about it. When it feels painful, who you really are, which isn't that identity where this started, that name, that history, that worry of the future, that's not you. That is literally all thought. You are more powerful. I know that mind is very powerful. Yeah, and that's the second one. That second post is about the mind. Actually, you don't have to look that one up. If you're doing it, that's fine. But who we really are doesn't have to go down that road. Yeah, the mind is powerful and never loses its creative force. That mind is so powerful that, okay, no, I'm not going to go there first. First, I'm going to go to look for evidence on how well you are doing, because our minds are programmed to look for what's wrong. It's just programmed. There's a thought in there that believes it's doing life wrong and life is wrong and looks for wrong. It doesn't look for the positive, for what's right or what's good. It doesn't. It holds on like a death grip to the negative, what's wrong. I went through my phone. I was looking for a certain picture, because I've been playing with AI and making Christmas things and Merry Christmas with people. It's so fun. Oh my God, it's so fun. And I never did find the picture that I wanted, but I was scrolling through and saw this past year for me. Wow. Wow. What a year. What a year. And if it wasn't for the pictures, it just brought me back to, so much fun. Had so much fun this year. Oh my gosh. And you know what? All the fun had to do with people, connecting with people. All the people around me. Whenever you just be grateful for the people around you. Even if the people are your mind decides they're a pain in your ass. They're really not. It's just your mind thinking they should be different. Nobody can be any different than their being. And they're being it exactly the way you need them to be for you to realize this. To realize that you are that love you're wanting to get from them. But you're not gonna. And that's why it hurts. As you realize you are it. You don't need anybody to be a certain way. You don't need them to be a certain way. The judgments that come up. The people at work drive you nuts. Okay. All right, Alicia. What is it that drives you nuts? What's the thought? Because it's really not the people that are driving you nuts. It's the thoughts that you have about the people. If you can get still enough to realize it's not how you feel it. It's not about them. They're just being who they are. It's your mind that needs to judge them as doing it wrong. That's the only thing that's bothering us is our own thoughts about them. So when you look for evidence about how well you're doing instead of how this person blah, 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 blah. Because I see it in myself all the time. I am no... Whenever you say I hate you, I love it. You're the only one that says I hate you. And I freaking love it. So that Patty woman, she hated me in the moment back in Luke Bryan. And that was amazing too. As nasty as that lady was at me, that was one of the biggest catalysts for Lori to realize how much growth has happened. Because you can't, if you're entertaining and want to show up in know that you're growing. So any thought that says you're not, or comparing to me or anybody else, that's all crap. None of that is reality. That's what the mind does. It likes to compare to somebody else and make us feel either less than or better than. And both of them are painful. All the while, you're right though, I want them to be a certain way. When they can't, no. So, knowing that they can't, you know that they can't, what is this to teach me? What am I to learn about this? And a big part of it has to be about learning that they are me. They're not separate from me. So there's something that you're not liking being with them, and that's to teach you about yourself. That you secretly judge yourself for. The mind is secretly judging itself for. It's behind closed doors. It's not really let them be and be okay with myself. Yeah, when you let them be, then you're okay with yourself. Like that lady that yelled at me. The venom she was spewing towards me, and I'm sure these people aren't doing that to you. You know, they're not spewing venom. Your mind is just judging how they're acting and, Cynthia. Okay. And so when they're spewing venom, when you know that you are pure love itself, it goes right through. It doesn't matter what they say or do. And if it hurts, what they're saying or they're doing, it hurts, you know that you're thinking, you're stuck in your mind. You're thinking that they're doing it wrong, which is the mirror. It's you, that thing that I posted, that you reposted. It's the mirror. It's the mirror. This is the freedom, guys. When you realize they are your mirror for your mind to see what it will accept and what it won't. And what it doesn't accept is condemning you. It's hurting you. Cynthia, on New Year's Eve, I reflect on 2025, and New Year's night, I put my intentions for 2026. I use candles and rose petals to do a meditation. That's beautiful. Wow, that is beautiful. Maybe I could go get some rose petals. That sounds amazing, girlfriend. Yeah, I'm going to use that. Good, Alicia. Yeah. Because that's each relationship is for us to see ourselves, more of ourselves, what we're thinking and believing about ourselves. That's not true. That's why if it feels ick inside, you know you're in your thoughts. You're believing, you're going down a road of judgment, which if you turn it around, whatever you're judging that person about, turn it around and see that that person is you. You're just projecting someone else out there. And when you turn it around, it's powerful to see yourself. And you never know when these insights come. You never know. It might come without even intending to. Just by listening to this, something can go, oh. That's humility. That's the best. Humility is the best. It hurts that little me, but who you are is not hurt one bit. It's just another realization to, oh, that's not me. Or that is the me. But that's not who I am. Yeah. I was so surprised at how much, going to New York twice, my God, the fun. And then just being with the family, the kids, and because we were here 4 times this year. Actually, wait. April, June, July, June and July. Yeah. And then October and now. Crazy. God, I love that, Cynthia. That is awesome. I can't imagine what my intention for 2026. I'm going to have to sit with that one. We're going to be watching Eli. Apparently, they haven't said anything except we were at my in-laws yesterday. My mother-in-law's birthday is actually today. So in between everything else yesterday, we got out there and Taylor said something about all the 4 of us, actually the 5 of us went. Eli too. That's never happened before, all of us together going to see Peter's mom. That's before we went to go see Hannah at her work. We picked her up. She works at this pizza place in South Paris. Anybody who lives here, I don't know anybody who watches this that lives here. It's called Yanni's, Yannis. Their pizza was unbelievable. I don't know what they use for dough, but it is perfection. You can taste the yeast. You can smell the yeast. There's something about yeast rolls, anything that, love it. I had the Mediterranean. I had spinach and feta and some kind of chicken that they marinate. Their famous chicken is their own. It was, and the bottom of it is olive oil and something else. It's not a red sauce. So freaking good. Yeah. That's another thing. Food. How much do we beat ourselves up for the food, or we believe something is bad for us? When you believe it, yes, it is. But it doesn't have to be. Our bodies know what to do with it. When I tell people that I was raised as an infant, because mom didn't breastfeed us, on canned milk and Karo syrup, people are, what? Can you imagine people, the snooty ways they've come to be about food? It's crazy. They're looking for something to be wrong with the food. And you know what? I don't have beliefs like that. When somebody, was there something that started, a YouTube commercial, And it started going into apples and raisins and starting to bad. Well, for a while, it was bananas. What? God. I absolutely love bananas. Apples, lately, those apples that are yellow and green and red, and I don't know what they are. Crisp, something crisp. I don't know, but they're so good with cheese on a cracker. Woo, that's what I bring to school for lunch. It's got the salty, savory cracker, and then a slice of sharp cheddar cheese, and then a slice of apple. Ah, whoa, 6 of those. Perfect for lunch. Yum. What else? Anybody have anything they want to talk about? Because it's only 9:21. I feel like I'm out of... Anybody want to say anything? How's your Christmas? It's not what you eat. It's what you believe about what you eat. Exactly, Cynthia. That's across the board in life. It's not what somebody does. It's what you think or believe about what they're doing is wrong that's causing you pain. Literally if we could drop all the beliefs that we have about life and just let life be, that's heaven on earth. Just letting life be what it is. Imagine not fighting it, not saying, what's constantly coming up with, and the judgment. When you say to somebody, because every single me is worried about what other people think. And then the ego will come back and say, I'm not worried about what other people think. No, that's the truth. You're not worried about what they think. You're worried that they're thinking what you're already thinking about yourself in the first place. I don't know if that was too fast. But our minds are constantly beating us up for whatever. What your body looks like, what it can or can't do anymore, whatever. It's judging you constantly, subconsciously. It's running in there all the time. And it's worried that other people are going to think what you're already thinking about yourself subconsciously. That's why if somebody hits it, you say thank you. If it hurts what somebody says to you, thank you. Because they're getting you to see how else would you know what you're subconsciously believing about you? That's why when Patty yelled at me, compassion and love came out instead of reactive and fighting back. And what a bitch. I could have gone through all of that. And I tell you, when you don't react, what were we doing the other night? Christmas Day. We were playing a game. We were playing a Skip-Bo with my girlfriend Jody and her son and his boyfriend. Had the best time. Slamming, laugh. I cannot tell you how much I laughed. It was crazy. Whenever somebody slammed me about something, a deep laughter came out. And so much so, I don't even know what the slams were today. Because when somebody slams you, somebody says something that hurts you, usually your mind just stews on it and wants to blame them for doing it wrong. They're being whatever, rotten to you. But I literally can't tell you what, it was a genuine laughter. When you own the parts of yourself that your mind doesn't want anybody to see, whatever's being hidden in there and you don't want anybody to see it, that's your freedom right there when you can laugh at it. So what? I talk a lot. That was one of them. That was one of them. I talk a lot. So I've been trying. So I've been watching this mine and trying to not talk a lot. It's next to impossible. So I've been pretty quiet though. And I'm noticing it's seeming uncomfortable because Peter's like, is everything all right? Yeah, everything's fine. I'm just trying something out. I'm just trying to see what it's like when I'm quiet. Because I remember being in the back of the car this summer with Christina and Phoebe, and we were going to this place, and Dewey said, I don't think you can be quiet. So I was. I didn't talk for I think it turned out to be over 15, maybe 20 minutes. That might not be a big feat for you, but for me, actually, it wasn't hard. It really wasn't hard. When I want to do it, when Lori gets something, she's going to do it. She did it. So Christina goes, you need to talk. I don't like that. She didn't like it when I was... Oh, and the silent retreat, right, Alicia? The one of the silent retreats, I was actually silent. Just one. That 5-day lockdown. The other ones, I kind of got in trouble because I got in trouble not by the teacher, by one of the men that told me to shut the fuck up. He yelled so loudly, you shut. Woo, I was irritating him big time. And it was perfect for both of us. For both of us. Him and I don't know if he ever learned it, but I learned it. It was beautiful. I remember after he yelled like that, I mean, projected across the room, nasty, and it made a lot of the women shrink down like their fathers were yelling at them. And I excused myself and went back to my, because this was the end of a big ceremony thing that we were having in the treehouse thing. And I went back to my room and I watched so many thoughts going through. It was like I was I was treading a line of the me and the truth of me. It wasn't believing the thoughts of poor me, I'm a victim of that guy. It was like I was crying in the room alone on the bed, but I wasn't believing. It was so weird. I wasn't believing that I was a victim. So it turned into laughter, actually. And then the more thoughts were coming. If Lisa doesn't come and see how I'm doing, I saw thoughts of Lisa not wanting to come. I would never yell at you, dear lady. Now go to your room. I am in my room. I am in the room that we stay in when we're... And it didn't take long for Hannah to get the hell out of here, which she does not like to hear anything I have to say. And she labels herself depressed, and she's... But I can only help the ones that want to be helped. And a lot of times the mind likes playing the victim. Like that night in Spain, I couldn't go down that road of victimhood. But I could see where it wanted to. And once the mind process wanted to be a victim of Lisa, turned it into Lisa, who was the facilitator of the retreat, which was 14 days. It was supposed to be silent. Because it's silent. For me, there was some silence. It's not my normal, but we weren't there all the time. We got out and hiked, and It's okay to be sad and sit in silence. You feel and heal better. Yeah, it's true. Yes, I was sitting and watching the thoughts. You're more clear when you're by yourself and you're willing. When you say, show me, it will show you. If you're open, it will show you. Whether you want to really see it or not. But if you say, show me, you got to be ready for it. So I was going into Lisa. If she doesn't come check on me, it was turning into being a victim of Lisa and pointing the finger at her, blaming her. Don't label it in depression. I know. Listen, Alicia. I know. But she's not going to listen to me. If she's ever wants to go there, but she's 16, soon to be 17, so Lolly doesn't know anything. Anyway, yeah, I could see that thought process turning it to blaming Lisa. Oh, I don't know if you guys lost me, but it did some weird thing. And they got Starlink now, and it's supposed to be better, but that never happened with the old, maybe I'm on the old one. I don't know. The old Wi-Fi. Anyway, yeah, I didn't let it go to Lisa either. I could see that thought process though. When you witness your thoughts, who's the one watching them? If you are them, because most people believe that they are those thoughts. There's no separation between the thoughts and them. But when you see them, who's the one seeing them? Who's seeing them? That's who you really are. The one that sees them and doesn't have to give them any kind of attention, because what you give attention to expands. Anything you give your attention to, like say somebody like Patty yelling at me that day, if I gave my attention to her and just blaming her and me being a victim, being victimized from her, that would have been, that mind would still be carrying that as a deep pain instead of oh my God, look at the difference. And everybody around that saw that. So grateful. I'm so grateful that a stranger yelled at me. Whoever, if anybody's listening to this for the first time, they gotta be like, what? Because I am so grateful that that woman screamed at me. That was a powerful, pivotal moment in Lori's life, in my life, Lori's life, that showed that there has been growth, there has been transformation. And it's only 9:34. Yeah, when you label depression, because it moves. Emotions are constantly, I mean, in Eli, he could be crying and whining and carrying on, and then boom, something will change it, and he'll be laughing. But I've noticed it's hard for Taylor to switch it. He's still carrying it, even though Eli's being so sweet. It's hard because we have memory, and our mind likes to hold on to what they did. You know, it loves to go there and ruminate and all of that. It's an addiction. The biggest addiction that every human being has is addicted to our thoughts. That's it. We are addicted to them when we think that we are them. We think that all those thoughts are who we are. And it isn't true. You are not any one of those thoughts. They are lies. Thoughts are lies. I remember after the scam when I was in that deep depression, I was in that deep rest. Instead of depressed, deep rest. I remember watching other people talk and seeing it's all lies. Probably everything that's coming out of my mouth is a lie. I don't know. But if it feels good, go with it. If not, let it go. But it's a lot of, because we will, okay, so it's a lie. Like somebody says something about something that happened that I was present at. They see it different than I do because my thought process is different than theirs. Each person has a different perspective. That's why when the NDE things, they all talk about that life review, you get to see through the other person's eyes how you affected them. That is so cool. And there's no judgment. If it, quote unquote, hurt them, what you did, it has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. You can't hurt somebody else without their permission. Like Patty. I wonder what her life review will be for because she didn't hurt me. All that venom I saw clearly was hers, and I didn't have to take it on. You don't have to take on anybody else's. But this life review thing gets you to see how, it's fascinating to think about, right? To think about how somebody else perceives you. Because it really doesn't matter. Because there's no judgment. Every single one of those near-death experience people talk about, they didn't feel judged at all. When we're taught as little kids, when our brains are sponges, that there's a God in the sky, a man with a white robe and white beard and white hair, judging us for the bad things we do. None of that is true. Because we are that God. We're already judging ourselves. That's why everybody that comes back from that near death, well, first of all, they don't want to come back. None of them want to come back. And they go through a deep rest when they come back. They do. Because it's so much love and peace, unspeakable peace when you cross over. When your spirit or whatever, you're the energy that keeps this body do all of this happening, when it leaves this body. Oh, that's another thing. So Peter woke up before we came here. The day before. He wasn't sleeping well. And I'm like, what is going on? He goes, I'm full of anxiety. And I'm like, why? And he says, I'm thinking about all the thoughts of Christmas and whatnot, and the land up there, and seeing everybody, and see all kinds of thoughts were keeping him awake all night long and creating all kinds of anxiety in his body. And I said, take a deep breath. Get out of those thoughts. The minute I talked to Cynthia this last week, and she's using it. Gets you out of, if you're feeling uptight and anxious inside, take a breath. Get out of the thought. You're out of the thoughts the minute you take that breath. So I had a whole thought process going with that. That I woke up and I was so clear. I was like, none of that Anything that you're thinking is all imagination. We're here in Florida. We're not in Maine. All of that is literally a bunch of thoughts, which is your imagination. It's not reality. It's anything that brings it from the past and goes into the future. It's not real. Can you see that? Can you feel that? That none of that is real? It's literally thoughts. They can't cut open your head and go, oh, there's that thought. Nobody knows where thoughts come from. They don't know where thoughts come from. Nobody knows where thoughts come from. But there are no new thoughts. They're all the same recycled thoughts. I'm not good enough. Something's wrong with me. I can do it wrong. They can do it wrong. Blame, blame, blame. All of that is causing your own suffering. Nobody's causing it but your own thoughts about what's happening instead of just being with what's happening. Everybody has their own dream projected by what you're thinking. Everybody's dream is different. I remember, I don't know, Michael Jackson just popped into my mind, how I never believed anything that was said about. And now people are saying nasty things about Oprah. What? Believing. I cannot believe it. The thing is, that's what, I think it was Jesus that, it's like, how fertile is your mind for something negative? How fertile is your mind for taking in something negative and making it a belief about somebody else? When you believe something really nasty about someone else, you're hurting yourself, because that someone else is you. It's a mirror reflection. I'm not going to believe. I never believed about Michael Jackson. He did not have a childhood. His father was abusive and making that. Oh, we don't even know what that kid went through. I mean, look at him trying to distort his feature, his being. He tried to be someone else through surgeries because he wasn't good enough. God, I have nothing but compassion for him. And as I have compassion for him, I am holding compassion in this body. I don't know who it was that said something nasty even about Ellen. Somebody the teacher at school said something about Ellen DeGeneres and how, I'm not going to believe that either. Everybody has their bad days. I'm sure there were times when it was something that made her angry and she spouted off or whatever to the people she works with. I don't know any boss that hasn't done that. Hi, Peter Henry. Are you actually here? It says Peter is watching. But it doesn't say anybody else is, but then you guys talk. Anyway, yeah, Michael Jackson, Ellen, the good that Ellen did. You watch her show. I mean, clips come up, reels about her show. I don't know, just made me smile. And Oprah was a catalyst for the way I am today. Literally, she was the first one to get me to see that there's a different way to think, because I was going down a road of self-sabotage. Big time. Big time when she decided to keep her show going. She said, I just want to turn a key inside your mind. Let you know there's a different way to think. And that's exactly what I do. That's what I feel like if you're open and want a different way to see life, it's possible. That's all I want to portray. It's possible to see it differently. And if you're condemning someone else, you're feeling that condemnation in your body. That's it. They are you. They are a mirror reflection of you. If you don't like it, Look inside. Show me. Show me what I'm having a hard time with right now. Show me. So, I think that's it. Unless anybody has a question, which you never... Actually, Alicia sometimes has questions. I love a question. I still want to do the podcast thing. God, I do want to do that. Invite people on and talk like this. Because when I have somebody else to talk with, it's so awesome. I'm open to see life differently. Cynthia, you already are. You already are. Big time. When we were talking the other day, I could feel it. I could feel it. You definitely are seeing life differently. I mean, look at you and Alicia both had the biggest fear of any mom is of our children passing. And you both have accepted it. And, Alicia, when you said, I was lucky to have him for 25 years, those words are so powerful. I was grateful to have 25 years with him. And he's still with you. He's still with you. Just like Cynthia's daughter's still with her. I mean, without that separate, I'm this body, you're that body, because they are not the body anymore, you're actually closer to them because they are you. The body has dropped, so they really are you. You are not separate from them, from anybody, even the ones that your mind hates. You, who you are, doesn't hate anybody or doesn't condemn anybody. Who you really are is just love. It encompasses, it's absorbs all. That was a good way to... It absorbs all. And when it's not feeling like love, you know you're in your thoughts. You know you're in your... Breathe. Come back to now. Right here, right now. Where absolutely nothing is wrong. All right. That's it. Close enough. I won't be able to get this on YouTube. Well, maybe Taylor knows how to get this on YouTube from my phone. There's got to be a way. Anyway, I love you guys and Happy New Year. Cynthia, I'm going to see if I can do something like that. Because Eli's going to go to bed at 7, so some kind of little ceremony for the new year. New beginning. I have no idea what that will be. But I didn't know this last year was going to be, well, I might be going to Spain with Christina. I'm supposed to be going to Spain with Christina next September, October. That'll be fun. Anyway, the happiest New Year's to everyone who watches this and who is here with me. I love you guys. I appreciate you, just like Cynthia says. I appreciate every single one of you that is open to this message. Until next Sunday, from Florida, where I will be warm. I love you so much. Bye. Mwah.